What was the hardest fight you ever had?
I think the number one thing is my will to win. I want to be successful. I don't want to fail.
What?
I hate it. 200 fights, traveling the world. You definitely carry that with you.
What would you do if you didn't have boxing?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. Yeah, I mean, it was tough in the beginning. I mean, like in the beginning, I was so young. There was times where I was at my grandma's house and my cousin's house, hanging out with the cousins, with the friends, and my dad was like, "Hey, we gotta go to the gym. I gotta go train. It's 5 o'clock." And I was like, "Man, what? Like, my cousin's here, like Austin, Johnny, and I don't want to go." So there was times I didn't want to go as a young kid, but he had a vision, he had a plan. So he said, "I want to have a son and put him in boxing, and I want to make him the best boxer ever created." So yeah, man. So my dad really didn't want to put me into the sport of boxing, and without him, I would never be like where I'm at today.
Welcome to the show, Juju.
Appreciate you, man.
The future pride of San Diego.
It's a pleasure to be here, man. I appreciate you having me.
Well, I got to be honest. My favorite thing about you is the homegrown future of San Diego.
Yes.
You're going to break the San Diego curse.
Definitely. That's my goal, man, to break the San Diego curse.
Well, I'm near and dear to boxing.
Okay.
So I love boxers. I love the sport. I participated. So I can't wait to ask you a few things because I think more people need to box because team sports are great. You can learn so much. But when you train for something and you are in the ring by yourself and someone is trying to beat you up and it is a ring and you can't go anywhere and you have to figure out how to defend yourself and still win and overcome all of that adversity, it really shows a lot about character.
Oh, yeah, you definitely learn a lot from boxing. I mean, there's so many things to learn in this sport. I mean, there's the discipline, there's the hard work. There's so many life lessons you can learn from the sport. Discipline, the hard work, there's you get knocked down, you got to come back up, so it's a lot of things that go into it. Got to keep the hands up, got to stay ready. You can't sleep for 1 second, you get knocked out.
Nice.
So there's definitely a lot of life lessons you can learn from boxing.
So what got you into it? How did that happen? Because I think your family is pretty big in the food space.
Oh, yeah.
San Diego local legend restaurant as well. So
El Pueblo, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I started boxing at the age of 3 years old. But my dad actually took me to the gym at 2 weeks old, not to train, just to smell it. Yeah, so that was crazy. But
was your dad a fighter?
He was a fighter, but not like professionally, just for fun. He was amateur boxing. But I started at 3 years old. I went to all the nationals, the national championships. I won my first national championship at 18 years old and got on Team USA and went there and got a gold medal. And went from there. We just kept traveling the world. Went to Germany, Ireland, England, Mexico, just traveling everywhere, man. Traveling everywhere, and got a lot of experience in the sport. And now we're professional boxing with Top Rank and overtime, first ever to do it. So it's a blessing from God.
Yeah, I mean, you've accomplished a lot at 22. 22, yeah.
Turned 22 last week.
Happy birthday. When's your birthday?
4/20. Easiest birthday to know.
April 8th. There we go.
Yeah.
So when did you realize you for sure wanted to be a professional boxer? Because there's boxing and then there's professional boxing.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough in the beginning. I mean, like in the beginning, I was so young. It was times where I was at my grandma's house and my cousin's house, hanging out with the cousins, with the friends, and my dad was like, "Hey, we got to go to the gym. I got to go train. It's 5 o'clock." And I was like, "Man, what? Like, my cousin's here, like Austin, Johnny, and I don't want to go." So there was times I didn't want to go as a young kid, but he had a vision, he had a plan, because he wanted to be a boxer. He wanted to be a boxer, but his family didn't approve of it. His dad gave him a choice. He said, "You either go to boxing or you come help us out with the family businesses. But if you go to boxing, you go by yourself. If you go to the family businesses, you're going to be with us." He said, "I'm going to go boxing." He went and tried it. He went and tried it for 2 weeks and came back. He said, "Doesn't feel the same." So he went to family businesses and he built an empire there. He told his dad, I'm gonna make so much money that you don't got to worry about money no more." So he said I want to have a son and put him in boxing, and I want to make him the best boxer ever created. So, yeah, man. So my dad really didn't want to put me into the sport of boxing, and without him, I would never be like where I'm at today.
Sure. What's your dad's name?
Yasser.
Yasser. So his goal was the greatest boxer ever to do it.
Yes.
All right. You heard it here. This is the standard now.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, it is. And you said it out loud in my studio.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold you to it too.
Definitely. That's the plan. I mean, I got the tools to do it. I got the right foundation, I had the right support from not only my family but from San Diego and from my fans across like social media platforms, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to get this professional career started. I mean, I want to answer your question about when I wanted to be professional.
Yeah.
When I won my first national title, I realized that like I'm addicted to this. Like I'm addicted to this winning feeling. I'm addicted to being the best.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I realized that God put me on this earth to be a boxer, to spread His word through boxing. So that's when I realized when I won my first national championship, I was like, I think I was born for this. Because some people they don't know what they're here for. They don't know their purpose. So I truly feel that this is my purpose, to be a boxer.
And look, to be able to find that young is amazing.
Yeah.
You know my favorite part about boxing?
What is
One opponent.
One opponent. That's I did do football. I did football, and I played running back, quarterback, and I remember we lost one time in the playoffs, and I was like, man, like I did everything. I did everything to win. Like, why are we losing? And that's when I realized like boxing's for me. Like it's you lose is because you.
Yeah, and look, the world is weird, right?
Yeah.
So having one opponent that you can focus on, you and them,
Mm-hmm.
there's something special about that.
Oh yeah.
It's also like men and women, but it's kind of a incredible feeling to just say, hey, it's you and the person in front of you.
Yeah, and when you win, it's because of you. When you lose, it's because of you. So you don't got nobody to blame. You win, it's because of you.
Yeah.
And you lose, it's because of you. So it's a one-on-one sport, So you don't got to depend on your teammates.
Now, I do love team sports, but I do think that there's something absolutely special about being able to lay it all on the line and it be up to you.
Oh yeah, definitely is special. You get all the credit, but at the same time, the days that doesn't go well, it's all because of you. But at the same time, boxing is a team sport because, I got a whole team with me.
Sure.
I got like 3 trainers.
But that's in preparation.
Yeah, but
right?
It's still a team sport. Because without them preparing me, I wouldn't be.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't be able to perform right.
That's true with everything. I just mean once you step across the line, there's nowhere to hide.
True.
There's no one able to carry you.
True.
I can have even the best Michael Jordan could get carried by Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
It's by yourself. So
Definitely.
I'm not saying the other side's not great too.
Yeah.
It's just one of the things I think is
great.
unique to the sport that I love. Kind of like UFC, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried UFC?
No, I never want to try.
Yeah. You don't want to wrestle, huh?
I've seen them wrestle at the Olympic Training Center. Man, these guys are crazy. Yeah, these guys they could definitely get you down and keep you down there.
Hey, that's the truth.
Yeah, it's a talent for sure. But also team sports is a talent too. Like to be able to work with other people.
Yeah, sure. So when it comes to boxing, what do you think attributes-wise makes you, not what you've learned, but like what deep inside you, what makes you have the it that allowed you to accomplish what you have? Because the guys you're fighting at the pro level, they all want it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think what separates me is, I don't have to box. I come from a blessed family, or we don't have to box. The money's not an issue here. I live in a $250,000 car. I live in a multi-million-dollar house, but I work like I'm a poor man. But I think that's what makes me different, from the rest, and it's my will to win. Also, you'll be surprised. Most of these guys that are in the sport, they're just in there for the money, and that's what drives them. So once they get the money, then they start drinking, and they got the girl problems, and they got the fame problems. So I'm coming into the professional game with all these already with me. So it shouldn't really change. Nothing should really change.
What do you think makes you have that hunger when you don't need it? Because a lot of times necessity is the creation of hunger, right? So once you're satisfied, it's like, okay, why? I don't have to. What drives you to do that?
Like I said earlier, it was being born for this, being born, feel like my purpose here is to be a boxer and to spread God's word. So the days that I wake up and I don't want to go to the gym, I also remember, I got my dad there pushing me. I got my family, my trainers depending on me to become the best. So that also pushes me. And I think the number one thing is my will to win. I want to be successful. I don't want to fail.
Why?
I hate it. Like it's the worst feeling. Like to I don't want to say the word lose. Like it's just something that I despise. Like I'm allergic to it.
How do you feel when you win?
I feel like I'm on top of the world. I feel like I'm in heaven. I'm in it.
So do you think you enjoy winning more, or do you think you hate losing more?
It's a tough question. I say I love winning more.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I don't want to relate with losing.
Yeah, no, I mean, not relate. I'm saying, do you hate it so much, or?
I do hate losing. I'll tell you that. I hate losing to the max capacity.
Yeah.
The max capacity I hate it, but that's why I just make sure that I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win. I'm gonna train and I'm gonna eat the right way. I'm gonna watch the right things, and I'm gonna make sure to be the best version of myself I can, and surround myself with the right people.
So besides the Everbowl every day, what else do you eat?
Everbowl is great, man. I gotta tell you, you did a great job with that.
Thank you.
But I be even eating clean. I recently just signed. I work with a nutritionist, so she got me on a plan, and we're
Hey, what was that? Like,
yeah,
just a little bit on your daily.
Basically, it's a very balanced diet. Very balanced diet.
Everbowl in the morning, and then what do we eat?
Everbowl in breakfast, lunch, and dinner, bro.
I mean, 3 times? I'm only twice a day. See, that's why he's the best. I'm second.
There you go.
Said nobody.
Yeah, man. So we just basically very balanced. Very balanced. You're counting your calories, counting your.
So you count them? Like you're on a very specific.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, during camp, that's what you're really doing. But when off camp, it's not really as strict. But
I'm just curious, like what does a day in Juju's life look like?
A day in Juju's life? You're talking about food? You're talking about?
Just give me the whole thing.
Yeah, so
like a normal day.
It consists of a couple of different things. So it's you're waking up and wash your face, no regular brushing the teeth and all that, and then we jump in an ice bath. Number one.
Every day.
Cold plunge every day.
Okay.
So I think I have it set for like 45 degrees right now.
Do you have like one of those ones with the cooler?
With the cooler, yeah.
You're not using the ice cooler. Like me?
No. Yeah, you got one too, bro. No.
Of course I do. But mine I toughed the ice in because they gave it to me for free.
Okay. Yeah, but I have it set at 45 degrees. Jump in there 3 minutes before training.
Okay.
And then after training is 5 minutes. But
sauna,
yeah, I have an infrared red light.
Yeah. Do you use the jacuzzi one?
The jacuzzi one.
Yeah,
clear light?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Bro, the best one.
Yeah, it is.
Best one ever. I wish I got that sponsored, but I had to pay for it.
Hey, maybe you will now. Hey, listen, jacuzzi. San Diego kid, Juju, jacuzzi. Come on.
Yeah, Juju, jacuzzi. Hey, that's a good point right there. Yeah.
I'm gonna help you.
Yeah, so we do.
If you don't want to sponsor him, sponsor me.
Sponsor both of us. How about that? So yeah, with the sauna, the ice bath, that's part of my recovery. But I usually do that. The sauna is after training.
Mm-hmm.
But I wake up, do the cold plunge, and then head to the gym. I have my 7 a.m. training with Coach Tez. He's my S&C trainer.
Okay. What does that mean for the audience?
S&C is strength and conditioning.
Okay.
Yeah, strength and conditioning. So we that consists of running, bike work, band work, medicine ball, a lot of like body weight workouts, a lot of body weight, a lot of pull-ups, push-ups, stuff like that. Just working, on resistance stuff to get your body in explosive shape. And after that, I'll go back home. Then I'll do my sauna and another cold plunge. And then I'm back after a two-hour break, back into the gym doing a boxing workout. And then with Coach Robert, Coach Berlin, and my dad. And that's where we focus on, my opponent, getting ready for. It's actually different now because in the pros, you focus on one guy. In amateurs, I had like a week-long tournament. And I had to focus on like 30 different people. And to study each one is not possible. So now it's a little different where we can really focus on one opponent and strategize a game plan and come up with, a strategy to win. And after that, after boxing practice, after doing my sit-ups and, all my training, I recover again, in the cold plunge. A lot of recovery, really is. A lot of recovery. And then I usually don't eat until after my boxing practice. I like to fast. I like to fast like minimum like 16 hours a day, intermittent fasting. And from there, I break my fast, and sometimes go get a haircut after and hang out with friends. We also have our El Pueblo Mexican food. I go there and
What do we get there?
What do you get there?
Yeah, what's your favorite?
The most famous, man. Dollar fish tacos.
Dollar fish tacos. How many do you eat?
How many do I eat?
Yeah, in one sitting.
I can eat a lot. I can eat a lot. I'll tell you that. We gotta get you to come eat.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
We're gonna eat that, then we're gonna go to Everbowl.
There you go.
For dessert.
There you go. Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
that would definitely be a good meal.
You know, in Brazil, they put acai on fish.
Really?
Yes. When I was down in Brazil, first time I ever had it. So I'll put my acai bowl right on the fish taco.
Never know. Maybe we gotta make a collaboration
Just saying.
between
Fish tacos with Everbowl on top.
Man, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought that would come about.
It's actually pretty good.
Really?
Yes.
Your
I didn't think it was
acai bowls are
going to.
great, man.
Thank you.
Acai bowls are great.
Thank you. See how smart he is?
Definitely.
Not just- It's not just good looks and skill. He's smart. What don't you do, Juju?
With the honey on top.
Yes.
Man.
Yes. See, he's,
But yeah, man. I'm eating really clean. Eating
Okay.
really clean.
and you work out twice a day?
Work out twice a day. Sometimes I'll sneak in a little run out at the end of the day.
You're not afraid of a little bit of overtraining? Stress fractures and wear and tear?
Yeah,
Like how do you,
yeah.
I mean, the cold plunges in the sauna obviously helps, but
definitely do help a lot. But injury is definitely something that I take in precaution. Like,
Yeah.
everything I do, like even the way I walk, the way I do things, like I really don't want to get injured because it holds me back. Of course, and holds me back. So that's why I take my recovery very seriously. And I think in boxing, you really gotta take it. You got to take recovery very seriously.
So why do you think Top Rank signed you, before your first fight?
Yeah, they usually don't do that.
know.
Usually, they sign them after a couple fights, and I think it was a good opportunity.
But what do you think they saw in you?
Just full package, able to fight, you able to promote, able to talk. Not many people can come here and at this stage and come and do all this. Sit in front of lights and cameras and
Sure.
people watching. It's not easy. So having someone that can fight and talk, promote themselves and have the following behind them.
Can I ask you, are you ready to put your hands up a little bit and protect yourself? I'm going to ask you a tougher question.
All right, go ahead. Hit me.
If boxing doesn't work out for whatever reason,
It's gonna work out.
of course it is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm asking you a question. Whatever reason, what would you do if you didn't have boxing?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Okay.
I don't know where I would be.
Okay.
I think that's the only option. If I had one arm, I'm still boxing.
That's fair, and I like the answer. I just have to ask.
I don't see like.
Well, one day you're gonna be my age and you're gonna retire.
Well, yeah, that is a good point. I think after boxing, I definitely have a plan.
Okay.
Yeah, but if boxing, I think there's not.
And I guess I shouldn't have said doesn't work out when it's
Yeah.
over,
when it's over.
because it's gonna end at some point.
Yeah, that's a valid question.
Better question. Let me fix it.
Yeah.
You're right. Let's start over.
Yeah.
When boxing is over,
Yeah,
what's next? What do you see yourself? Is there anything else that you have ever been like
definitely.
captivated by?
Definitely. I think I'm actually going to stay in the boxing business. So I opened my own promotion with my cousin. It's called G2G promotion.
What does that stand for?
Good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, good to go. So we opened our own promotion. We actually just promoted our first show in March at the Saquon Casino.
Mm-hmm.
Sold over 1,000 tickets.
What kind of show?
Boxing. Yeah, boxing show.
Like who bought? Like amateur?
Yeah, no, it was professional.
Okay.
Yeah, we had 5 fights. That was supposed to be my playing pro debut, but I injured my wrist. So yeah, that's definitely something.
You were going to promote your first fight.
Yeah,
good for you.
It happened. It happened.
Yeah, I'm saying
we promoted it.
You were going to.
But I was
going to be in
it. Was
it.
planned to be me in the show, but I injured my hand during sparring,
Mm-hmm.
and that set me back couple weeks. So it wasn't good enough timing for the fight. But we'll be back in the ring soon.
Did I miss the phone call for the step in?
For you,
I
just
didn't get the phone call when you got injured. Who'd they get on short notice?
We gotta set up a sparring match, man. We gotta set up a sparring match, man.
Let's get you to the top first before we have that problem.
But definitely, the promotion is something I definitely want to do after my career. Yeah,
That's great.
I want to promote and at the biggest stage. I want to do shows at the MGM and Staples Center and biggest. I think now it's on Staples Center, right? Now it's
Crypto.com.
Yeah, crypto. So yeah, that's definitely something I want to explore and take advantage of in full.
Well, I will say, I think you are being very smart beyond your years to leverage the opportunities and the business opportunities at this stage in your career? Because too many athletes wait till they're at the end of their career
Yeah.
and their light is not as bright, right? You have the platform, it's only going to get bigger. So it doesn't mean you have to rush in and don't get taken advantage of. Don't do anything that you don't want to do, but you should definitely keep your eyes open and pay attention and learn and find those opportunities. And I think it's awesome. And I want to congratulate you for
Thank you.
for doing that even at this age, because
Thank
that's
you.
a testament.
That's where the team aspect also comes about
Yeah.
by boxing, because it's come my team, my great foundation, my family, my team, my dad, always guiding me and helping me, in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
So that plays a big factor also. You got to really have a good foundation, a good team, because you don't, you could fall off track easily.
What's your biggest weapon in the ring?
My speed.
What's your weakness in the ring?
My weakest?
What's your weakness?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know. Weakness?
Everybody knows their weakness. Got to work on it. You got to protect it. What was the one thing that is like theory that you got to?
Sometimes I get like too confident. I'll get like too confident.
You drop your hands?
Drop my hands.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
Ask Tyson about that.
Yeah, I'll get too confident. I'll drop my hands, but
Don't do that.
yeah,
Especially at the pros. Don't do that.
Yeah, I learned my lesson already.
You drop him after he's down.
Yeah, exactly. So I learned my lesson on that. But I think my biggest attribute is my speed, and probably body shot too.
Yeah.
My first knockout was a liver shot. That was in Mexico.
How old were you?
I think I was like 18. 18. You know what's crazy about that fight? That was my first time ever competing with Team USA. And that's how
That was your first knockout?
opened up. First time competing with Team USA.
Yeah, it was your first knockout
and my
too.
first knockout. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was like
I
crazy.
mean, amateur's hard to knock someone out.
It is really hard.
Yeah.
Because the gloves are not created
In
to
the,
like.
in the head.
People don't know that.
Yeah, they're
These
bigger.
amateur gloves are not created to knock people out. Like
No, they're meant to like weaken the shot.
literally, and you got the headgear.
Yeah.
But the headgear comes off when you're 18 and older. Headgear comes off.
But you still have the. But I'm saying amateur as the sport of amateur boxing is
Yeah.
not meant for
Knockout.
knockouts.
No,
It's
no.
points.
Not designed at all.
Yeah.
Not designed at all. But yeah, that was.
So does that concern you at all now that you're going to a professional level with smaller gloves?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And let's be honest, you're young.
Mhm.
These guys most of them are going to have a little bit more experience. Doesn't mean they're better than you. It just means that they have more experience. So how are you going to overcome that? What are you doing today to get yourself prepared for what? Because you can't force experience, right?
No, definitely not.
And I mean, the benefit is they don't have a lot of footage on you.
True. Very true. But I have a good team. I have a good team
Yeah.
around me. So one of my trainers, he's surrounded by Andre Ward, Amir Khan. These guys have a lot of experience. So he's been in the corner there, helping them out. Also, my dad's has a lot of experience. I myself have a lot of experience in amateurs. It plays a really big part to have over 200 fights. Traveling the world, you definitely carry that with you. Like when you go in the ring and you're fighting because now other people have that. Other people have that. People don't have that experience with them. So that's definitely a big part of it.
What was the hardest fight you ever had?
Easy. It's me versus Colombia.
Okay.
And my dad called me after my win before that fight, because we usually fight like 4 or 5 times in these tournaments, amateurs. So he called me. He was like, "It's the championship day, and you find the number 3 ranked guy in the world. He's from Colombia." I'm like, "Thanks. Thanks for putting all pressure on me." he was like, "Listen, man, just be smart. Be smart and handle business." And I'm like, "All right, I got you." And that was the first time my dad's not in the corner.
He wasn't there.
He was there, but he wasn't in the corner.
Okay.
So he's in the stands. So it's a little different, because he's usually been in the corner with me, talking to me and telling me instructions and stuff. But this time he wasn't.
How come?
Because that was a Team USA. That was my first time with Team
So he
USA.
can't- he can't
Team
do it.
USA has their own coaching and trainers and all that. And that fight was tough. That fight was really tough. He brought it, man. He hit me with some shots that I never got hit by before. But
How big was he?
we still won. He was taller than me. He was 2-3 inches taller than me. But we're both at the same weight class.
Yeah,
Boxing
sure.
is weight classes. So he was a big guy, definitely big. But that was my toughest fight for sure.
And then what was the worst loss you took?
The worst loss?
Did you have how many?
I
Many?
have 216 or 220 fights. I have 16 lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which one of those 16 was the worst?
The worst one.
Or who was it? What was the hardest loss?
The hardest
one that you
loss?
took the hardest.
I would say the hardest loss wasn't because of the opponent. I think the hardest loss was like on the way back home. I had to hear from my dad. That was probably like the worst. That was probably the hardest part of it. Like I lost very rarely. It was in the beginning of my career, and I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. And I remember we coming back from LA, and I lost to this guy like I shouldn't have lost to. And then he was just like so upset. He was like, man, that was the thing that made me also. Like me and my dad, we used to go with my cousin. We used to drive to LA like every weekend, like 2-hour drive, and go get sparring. You know what sparring is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we used to go spar up in my boys' gym, Jackrabbit Boxing, and we used to go up there and spar and do like the most I've ever done there was like 22 rounds, like one sitting.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
2 minutes?
20.
You doing 2 minutes?
No, 3 minutes.
You doing the full 3?
Yeah.
Good for you.
3 minutes.
22 rounds at 3
and,
minutes?
Yeah, in that gym we're doing like 15-second rests. I remember Ivan was crazy. But yeah, we used to drive there every weekend, man. Every weekend we were driving, gaining experience. That's all it is. Gaining experience, gaining the ring, the ring knowledge, and yeah, that played a big part, going there and getting all that.
If you could fight any pro, past or present, who would it be?
Any pro, past or present?
Who'd be the one guy if you could, you're a professional boxer, could be a guy who's retired now, anyone you could have fought ever. Who would be the guy you'd want to fight?
Floyd Mayweather.
You want to fight Floyd?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think you'd beat him? And you can't give me fluff. I want to know the real reason. How do you think you're going to beat him? Because he has quite a strategy.
Yeah. I think he's one of the best.
Yeah.
So to be the best, you got to beat the best.
That's fair.
So.
But that's a nice want. But
yeah,
he's got the speed too. So I'm asking, what would you do? How would you train to beat Floyd Mayweather?
How would I train to beat Floyd Mayweather?
What would you do?
I don't know. I don't know how I could tell you.
Okay.
But let me tell you something about me. Every fight, I treat it like I'm fighting a world champion.
It's fair.
Every fight, because to be the best, you got to
I agree. And listen, we're going to cut the bullshit for a second. That's all good.
Yeah.
This is Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
There's no, they're the best. He actually is the best.
Yeah.
Everyone tried.
Yeah.
What would you do? Like I'm asking, you're a boxer. What would you do?
I'll make it dirty.
Okay.
I'll make it dirty. Because I've been in situations before where I'll find a hometown guy. He's the guy that everyone's hoping to win, and he's gonna win. But I made it dirty, and I separated. I separated it.
Yeah.
I would hit him when the bell rang, and I would do things that weren't allowed. Because sometimes you got to break the rules to get what you want.
Okay. Do you think Manny beat him?
I think that was a clear boxing display by Floyd. He showcased some crazy skills. His speed, his ring IQ. And I think that fight happened when they wanted to happen 4 years ago.
Sure.
I think it would have been worse for Manny.
Yeah, I was just curious because there was a little bit of debate.
Yeah, I think. Who do you think won?
Oh, Floyd.
Floyd?
No question. I hear a lot of debate about it.
Yeah, I think Floyd definitely won that fight.
Now you are Arturo Gatti.
Me or Arturo Gatti?
Yeah.
You said that was your favorite fighter, huh?
It is.
Man, that boy can hit.
You can answer however you want. I'm just saying. You're Arturo Gatti.
Arturo Gatti?
In his prime. Real Arturo Gatti, because he ain't going to be afraid of you. Are you prepared to stand there with him?
I think I could box the socks off him.
Fair enough. That's the way you beat him.
Rest in peace, Arturo
Right, that's the way you beat him.
Rest in peace.
No, but that's the only way to beat him.
Yeah.
Because that guy's just a heart. He's like Rocky Balboa.
You got to box him. You really got to box him.
Because he's gonna. It's a street fight.
Yeah.
He's a street fighter.
Definitely. Him and Mickey Ward went at it.
Yes. Still the best 3 fights ever.
The trilogy, yeah.
Yeah, the trilogy.
The trilogy was, man, they used to go together in the hospital bed after every single fight. I remember, they made a documentary about that.
They did, but it was kind of I thought it was what, was it the documentary or the movie?
Was it a movie? It might have been a movie.
It was a movie, but it was like about him and his brother or something, Mickey Ward.
Okay.
Like Arturo had like a little spot in it or something.
Yeah.
I was excited about it. I'm like, this is not what I thought it was.
Yeah, those fights were crazy, man.
Yes.
Those fights were so entertaining.
Did you like Rocky Balboa?
Rocky, I feel like he's like another. I don't like fighters that are glorious and they hit and they,
What do you mean glorious?
Like fighters like the image of like Arturo Gatti. Why do you like him? Because he could take a hit and you hit you back. It was like
heart.
crazy. Yeah,
it's just heart. Yeah.
I don't like that. I like
really.
Floyd. I like Floyd. How he's just so
you want
smart.
skill.
I want skill. I like how he's like so talented. Like IQ of like
sure.
hitting somebody and not getting hit. That's something that I always admired.
You see, let me give you the other side. Arturo Gatti, Rocky Balboa, underdog and heart. You can have more skill. It's about the man, not the gifts.
Very true, but I think
that's what inspires me.
I think going boxing, you can't go into the fight with heart. You got to go into the fight with the brains.
Arturo Gatti was pretty damn good.
Yeah, he wasn't the best.
I mean, he was fair, but
right?
he was very close to the best a few times.
Yeah, I know he's definitely up there. Arturo Gatti is definitely gonna be remembered, but he's gonna be remembered for being such, like you said, his heart and his will to. He had a strong will to win, but he took a lot of punishment.
But yeah, because he didn't have the skill or
That's
the reach.
What he was known for. That's what people like watching him for.
Yeah, his heart.
And the day they like to see people get beat up. They like to see knockouts.
Yeah, but I just like the heart. I mean, to see anybody put everything they have in anything.
Yeah,
it's inspiring.
Oh yeah.
Because as much as Floyd is extremely talented,
yeah,
he didn't give you his absolute best. He didn't need to.
You don't believe that?
I think he trained like it was his best.
Okay.
But a lot of times he's not there. He would rather win the fight with points than put his entire craft out there because he was better than you. So he didn't have to. It's kind of like you said. You get confident, you drop your hands. He's just so much more gifted than everybody else. He's got something that they don't.
Yeah, it is.
So he didn't have to, right?
Yeah.
He didn't face the adversity where it forced his absolute best.
Yeah. It was definitely a gift, like you said.
Yes.
But that man is...
Because he was the best.
Yeah, he is the best. You know, to me, really.
I just never saw him challenged. So for me, he left a lot.
That's a skill set in its own.
Yeah.
That's a talent and a skill set of its own that nobody could really test his skill level, you know?
Yeah, and I can go play basketball with elementary school kids and dominate,
No,
right?
Stop it.
I'm saying, but I can. It's not inspiring. I want to see him get challenged.
You can't compare that.
I know, but I want to. Because you know what, Floyd? He's coming at you. We're Juju versus Floyd.
Hey, that would be...
You called him out,
that would
Floyd.
Be big.
Come on, money. Where you
Let's
at?
go, Floyd.
Yeah, right here.
Hey, we could definitely do that.
I get winner.
You get winner?
I get winner right after, too.
All right.
When one of you's beat up, I want the winner.
See what the money's looking like. see what
Favorable for life.
Favorable for life?
Let's go.
Deal.
All right, I get you. Once you beat him, it's me and you right in the ring. But I get free fish tacos for life if I win.
Definitely. Take on that one, too.
Yep. Yes. Not gonna be skinny forever, Teresa. So Floyd. Okay, now which boxer did you say gave you the inspiration when you were a kid?
Gave me inspiration.
Yeah, like who's the one that you said I'm gonna be this guy? Like this, we all have that guy.
Really, the boxer who gave me inspiration was Oscar De La Hoya. Yeah, Oscar and Manny Pacquiao. But Oscar, he had the image. He had that he had the fighter. He was a fighter. He was the Olympic gold medalist. He was a pretty boy. The golden boy. That inspired me. That inspired me to be that guy. I wanted to be in his shoes.
So now, tie that back to your roots, right? Because I don't know. I'm trying to think how many boxers I know who maybe come from the Middle East that have that Chaldean background.
Yeah.
Is Prince Nassim?
From the Middle East, there's really two. There's Prince Nassim and there's Amir Khan.
By the way, he's the craziest boxer.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, go watch a YouTube video on Prince Nassim. He used to do backflips to get into the ring and his crazy, stupid antics.
Yeah, he used to be dancing like crazy. Prince Nassim is his own style.
Yeah, he's like Dennis Rodman for boxing.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think, you might be the only one I can really think of.
From San Diego. Definitely.
Yeah, well, no, San Diego for sure. But I'm trying to think of this era.
They've come in very small time periods.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely.
Is it not in your roots? Like growing up, is it not something that your friends did, your cousins? Like it wasn't like
boxing?
Yeah.
No, it's something that nobody really ever does. That's why I was so looked down upon when my dad did it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely something different. Everybody helps the family businesses out, and we own gas stations, car washes and stuff like that. But to box is very different because they look at boxing as you're gonna box to make money and to live.
Sure.
It's a poor man's sport. You gotta fight. You gotta risk your life, risk your body, your brain. So yeah, that's definitely it.
So how important? Because I know we were talking before the show. We were mentioning your heritage is important to you, mm-hmm. and you want to promote that as you go through your career.
Definitely.
What aspect of it?
I appreciate and I really love my Middle Eastern background, mm-hmm. and it's in my blood. So I like to carry that with me. I like to spread that. And like to carry that with me. That Middle Eastern background, that blood, and that heritage with me throughout my whole career, you know, to bring them upon the journey and appreciate their support.
So now for all the fans, you had a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
So we just recently we taken over YouTube. We got 130,000 subscribers right now. We're looking to hit 200,000. That's the next goal.
You got 130,000 plus one.
Appreciate that. There you go.
And however many people from here.
Yeah.
Join the YouTube Nation. What is it? What's the channel called?
Julius Ballo. Yeah,
you go.
just my name, Julius Ballo. Yeah, so we got YouTube going. You can see a lot of good content out there.
What kind of content we gonna see?
Just boxing content. A lot of behind the scenes stuff. A lot of behind the scene of what I'm going through, my training, my sparring, and whatever the people want to see. And people can comment, what they want to see. And we got a team now that's handling that, the YouTube side, and we're gonna see a lot of behind the scenes stuff. That's what I really want to show, like people what the people don't see.
Yeah.
The cutting weight. That's a big thing.
What do you weigh right now?
Right now I'm like 138.
And where are you gonna be on fight night?
126.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's doable.
Yeah.
Is this your normal walk around weight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll usually walk on this weight, and then I get down to 126. I usually get down to like 130, and then I drop the water weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really not that. People think it's bad, but it's really not that bad.
It sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it's a calorie deficit. That's all it is.
Sure.
But the cutting with the water weight is pretty bad.
Sauna? Did you bike in the sauna?
But it's a good thing. It's a good thing because it's an advantage you have.
Yeah.
Because when you cut the water, you're able to get that back easily. And come fight night, you're bigger, stronger.
Well, you have an advantage in strength, right? Because I'm assuming most of the guys you fight are probably a little lankier and taller.
Yes, a little bit.
A little bit,
yeah.
So what are you, 5'7"?
5'7". Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you're pretty good height.
Yeah. I mean, they're not that much taller, but I would say about the same height.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't find that those guys a lot taller?
It's happened before. I mean, the tallest guy I've ever fought is like 6'3".
Yeah, but he's gonna be.
He was very skinny. Yeah, that was actually crazy fight. Yeah, that was a crazy fight. At that time I was like 5'5". He was like crazy.
What, you hit him in the knee? That's what I would do.
I actually stopped him. I stopped him in the third round.
Did you?
Yeah.
With what kind of shot? Body shot?
It was.
Could reach the face.
In the amateurs, it's a little different. So in amateurs, once you have three 8 counts, the fight's over.
Sure.
Yeah.
But what gave you what would you have?
It was actually to the head.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Good for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm a short guy, so
I know how to get up there. I can sneak my way up there.
Yeah. Well, man, I'm Rocky Balboa. I'm hitting the body.
I mean, yeah, I definitely
chop that tree down.
Yeah, definitely hit the body. Definitely hit the body, but like you said, the body's good because hit the body, the head will come down.
Ain't that truth?
Chop that tree down.
Favorite quote?
Favorite quote?
Yeah. Do you like quotes? Some inspiration, something on the wall, something's on the training board. Come on, we're getting in the gym.
Yeah. It's actually on my screensaver.
Okay.
Don't chase. You don't chase butterflies. Chase butterflies, they go run away. You make a beautiful garden, all the butterflies will come. That's my go-to
Can I tell you a secret?
Don't chase, attract.
Can I tell you a secret? I say that on every single stage I speak on.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
That's my
every single stage I ever speak on, I talk about don't chase money, don't chase dreams, don't chase attract.
Mm-hmm.
This kid really is the truth.
that's what I focus on, man. Just chasing greatness. That's what I do, Trey. So
don't chase it.
Don't chase it.
Attract it, baby. Come on, we just talked about that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We were attracting greatness.
Yeah.
You do the things the things that you've already done. You keep doing them. Greatness is going to fall in your lap.
Yeah.
Because everyone else can run and chase.
I'm attracted by working hard and being the best version of myself.
And you know how inspiring that is, by the way?
Yeah.
Greatness follows greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Winners win. And that's because if you do those things, you're going to win. Most people just will not be able to accomplish that.
Definitely.
So hold that.
Definitely. I definitely will. And that's all I'm focused on right now. Just attracting greatness.
Well, I'm excited. I'm going to come support you at your fight.
I would really appreciate that.
Because after you beat Floyd, it's on.
Yeah, first fight scheduled, man. It's looking like in July. Yeah, it's not officially signed yet, but looking like July.
So where are we going to announce it when it is, so we can all hear the good news?
Yeah, so it's going to be on my social media platforms,
which is
my Instagram, my TikTok. My Instagram is Julius Ballo, and my TikTok is Juju Ballo. Everyone calls me Juju. It's my nickname.
Juju.
Juju. Yeah. So
since you were a kid.
Yeah. since a kid. It's actually a Middle Eastern thing too. Someone's name starts with a J. Usually, they call him Juju. So something a lot of kids.
So I'd be Juju too. That's what my nickname would be.
Yeah, people call you Juju. Yeah.
So it'd be Juju for Juju.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Well, Juju's gonna win.
We gotta make another video on that.
We do.
Me and you sparring.
Yes, we do.
And we see who wins.
Listen.
Well, I'll fight one-handed though.
Well, then I'm gonna win. So let's do it fair because I don't need a top ranked career. I don't need to go down this route.
I should have brought the body pad, man. I should have brought the body pad and brought the gloves.
May 15th.
Oh my god.
Are you ready for some rapid fire?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, you're gonna stare into camera one.
Camera one. All right.
I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. You're gonna say the first thing that comes to your head.
Okay.
30 seconds or less.
Let's go.
What's the most valuable lesson boxing has ever taught you?
Keep your hands up. Stay ready.
How do you stay motivated during tough training periods?
Having the will to win.
If you were knocked down and you felt like you had nothing left, what would you think about to get back up?
Say it again.
If you were knocked down in a fight and you felt like you had nothing left, what would be your motivation or your inspiration to get back up?
My family.
Why?
Because I don't want to upset them.
If you had to be defined by one word, what would it be?
Discipline.
If you had to be remembered for one thing, what's it going to be?
Good human.
And how good of a boxer are you going to be?
Greatest ever.
There you have it. Juju from San Diego, the one who's going to change the narrative and be the first San Diegan sports team or sports professional to bring home a championship.
Definitely going to break that curse.
Yes, you are. You better.
Yep.
Or the Padres better this year.
Yeah. Let's go,
Come on, Joe. But no, Juju, thank you so much for coming out, man. I think it's inspiring. I'm excited for you. You're a young guy who's on the rise, and you give a lot of hope and inspiration to a lot of people who are looking for it, especially in today's world. You're humble, you're intelligent, you got a lot going for you. We're all going to root for you.
Thank you.
You got to do more of this and get your name and your brand out there because, the problem with boxing right now is it's not getting enough light. And so by doing these things, I think you're going to bring more light to the sport and to you and to your mission. And look, you give everybody else permission to have that same confidence and belief. So I want to honor you and thank you for this. And, you have a incredible team and to your dad for giving you that motivation and inspiration and all the coaches. And I think you have a brother and sister. Did your brother fight?
No, he's helping the family businesses.
Okay.
Yeah. He used to fight. He had one nosebleed and he stopped.
Yeah.
I want to appreciate you, though. I appreciate you and thank you for having me and, more success and more life to you also.
Thank you, my friend.
Appreciate you.
Hey everyone. First, I want to thank all of you for tuning in. And if you guys haven't heard about my new book, Relationship Bank Account, click the link in the show notes or search the title on Amazon. This book is packed with all my secrets to success in both relationships and life. Make sure to pick up a copy, and if the book helps you on your journey, let us know by leaving a review. I appreciate all of you and can't wait to see you on the next one.